All eyes on Democrats, also eyes on those Republicans too, as voting rights legislation failed to move forward this week. But many argue that voting rights shouldn't be a partisan issue and that both sides of the aisle need to be held more accountable. At one point, there were 16 white Republican senators who supported changes to voting rights. President Biden brought that up in his news conference the other day. But when it came time to show support, they all cowered. With Tim Scott as the lone black Republican senator, it begs the question, what's his record on voting rights? Our D.C. correspondent, Bofta Yimam, has more. She joins us this morning from D.C. Good morning, Bofta.
Good morning, Mike. Senator Tim Scott's team declined our request for an interview, but that doesn't mean he isn't sounding off elsewhere. From conservative talk radio shows to the Senate floor, his record shows he's remained consistent in how and when he uses his voice.
On this vote, the yeas are 49, the nays are 51.
On the same day voting rights legislation collapsed, Senator Tim Scott took to the Senate floor to remind Democrats that he's against their sweeping voting bills.
It would undermine voter ID laws across our country. I oppose that. It puts unaccountable bureaucrats in charge of our elections. Americans oppose that.
During his speech Wednesday, the junior senator from South Carolina touted his defeat of Strom Thurmond's son in 2010. But President Biden seized the chance to fire back, pointing out that even the controversial Southern politician endorsed the renewal of the Voting Rights Act in 1982.
Last time when I was chairman of the Judiciary Committee, I got the Voting Rights Act extended for 25 years, and I got Strom Thurmond to vote for it. That's what I've been doing my whole career.
But records show Senator Tim Scott isn't likely to be swayed by the president. He's remained consistent in his stance on voting rights. BNC looked into his voting record dating back several years, and here's what we learned. Back in 2013, he voted in favor of a bill requiring a valid government-issued photo ID to vote in federal elections to ensure election integrity. That's still one of Scott's core voting messages today, even though research shows voter fraud is rare. And when it comes to contributions and spending impacting influence over elections, records show he's against limitations. For example, in 2014, Senator Scott voted no twice on a joint resolution that would authorize Congress and the states to regulate and set reasonable limits on the raising and spending of money by candidates and others to influence elections. Months later, he voted against making it more difficult for corporations and billionaires to secretly influence elections by making unlimited, undisclosed campaign expenditures and to prevent them from evading campaign finance laws. Then in 2018, Senator Scott voted against providing for election security grants. And this past year, on each sweeping voting rights bill, the For the People Act, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, and Freedom to Vote Act, Senator Scott voted against moving it forward to a vote.
Well, it's important for all 100 members of the Senate to really focus and support this legislation.
NAACP President Derek Johnson says voting rights is a nonpartisan issue. He says he's spoken to each senator, including Senator Scott, and will continue to do so.
Understanding that in 2006, reauthorization of the Voting Rights Act was passed by a vote of 98-0. Members stood up and they did what was necessary. It wasn't a partisan issue. It wasn't a racial issue. It was about protecting the right to vote.
But Republican National Committee spokesperson Paris Denard says Democrats' push for sweeping voting bills would allow more federalized power and lead to more mandates.
Well, I don't think voting rights are under assault. I think that's a lie from the left.
Well, I want to pause right there, Paris. You mentioned that it's not under assault, but limiting the number of ballot drop boxes, banning the ability for people to receive food and water at the polls. How does that encourage voting?
Let's be very clear. In no instance is any Black American prevented from voting because they cannot have food or water given to them by a partisan hat.
It certainly doesn't encourage someone to vote, to stand in line, an elderly person, especially a grandfather, a grandmother who's tired.
You just can't have somebody from a political campaign politicking and giving you that. I think that's honest. I think that's fair. And I think that's what we should want.
House Majority Whip Jim Clyburn disagrees.
Now, if they say that passing a law that criminalizes giving someone a glass of water while they're standing in line to vote is not anti-voting, and you believe that, then you got a problem.
Senator Scott and Representative Clyburn, both black lawmakers representing South Carolina, couldn't be more different politically.
We do have a problem. There are 50 Democrats in the Senate, and there are 50 Republicans. And for some strange reason, people seem to think it's okay for Republicans to oppose this legislation, and that's what they're doing, not just on the Senate floor, but all over the country.
According to the Brennan Center for Justice, at least 19 states passed 34 laws last year that restrict access to voting. But Senator Scott remains focused on defending the filibuster and the progress of our country.
We are not where we want to be, but thank God Almighty, we are not where we used to be.
Now, if Senator Scott wins this upcoming election, he says he won't race again for it, but it's not clear if he has ruled out a possible presidential run. Mike?
We'll see what happens. Very well done, Bofta. That was very well done. Thank you for that. Bofta Yimam live for us in Washington, D.C. this morning. We'll check back in with you a little bit later on this morning.